Remember when you as a child used to play video games and it used to be your main primary goal in life to finish those video games? I mean, when I was a child, I grew up with games like Call of Duty 2 or God of War, or my favourite, Star Wars Battlefront 2. But I mean, it was kind of, I mean, it's stupid to say it was childish, obviously, we were children, but is it really that different today? I mean, when you think about it, we still like finishing games. If we don't finish a game, some of us, at least, and myself, feel kind of bad with myself. I mean, if I don't finish a game, then it's kind of like saying that I'm bad at gaming. If you don't finish it, then you can't complain about it, can you? Because you haven't finished, you haven't seen all of the magical play that they have created for you. Like, obviously, there used to be bad games, in my opinion, that used to be like Jade Empire. I never made it through that. That was like, I was doing that for months and months on end when I was just like, oh, I need to get through it, but I can't because I couldn't get it. It was just one of those things where you just, your brain goes, yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it. Don't you dare. Don't make me play that. Don't make me play that. No. It's just one of those moments. But is it really that different today? I wouldn't really think so. I mean, when you think about it with games like, Black Ops 3 and stuff like that, it's all really repetitive, really, isn't it? I mean, it's literally the same. I'm going to say it like that. I don't mean the story's the same. Call of Duty 3's got that new crazy brain story and stuff like that. But what I mean is, it's all shooter, 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 shooter. You don't see a lot of the old platforming games. Games like Super Mario Land, which was absolutely awesome, even though I was very, very young. Like, I was 5-year-old, like 8 years after it came out. I still played it because I don't. Age isn't a thing for me. I like games. I like good games. That's the point. But you don't see a lot of them, do you? I mean, a lot of the older games, you have to agree, they are good. I mean, sure, the graphics aren't good, but the storyline, as a child, in your mind, that sparked something. And that spark, that little spark, was just magical as a child. And I think you should agree with that. Because a lot of people that do play games, a lot of people nowadays, you see 8-year-olds playing Call of Duty, 8-year-olds playing Battlefield. A lot of them just like shouting at the screen and shouting at the person on the other side of it, to be honest. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, you do see a lot of older gamers, playing these new games, and all they're thinking about is, like, oh, have a look how cool this looks and everything. They've done the controls really well. It's all easy to understand. But then you get the kids who are like, oh, fuck you, yes, fuck you, man. It's a very, very big difference from when we were young and when they are now young. I mean, when you think about it, the massive leap between children liking games and children liking to be rude is a tiny leap. I mean, I grew up with, as I said, games like Call of Duty 2 and 1, obviously, but also games like Jade Empire, which was around 2006 when I started when I started gaming myself. Before that, it was pretty much, don't touch games. Yeah, that worked out for you, didn't it, Mum and Dad? Yeah. Yeah, it really worked out for them. Yeah. But yeah, it's amazing to me. It's probably not amazing to you, but as a gamer myself who doesn't really care about, who doesn't really care about multiplayer, who cares more about story and immersion into a game, it is really, really important for me to understand the fact that children nowadays, they don't really get that spark that we used to get. You know what I mean? Like, a young child of 6 or 7, if you give him a video game, you might see that spark. But I'm talking about children at 8 or 10 years old nowadays. All they really want is, fighting games or football games. Or remember that rock star advert, where he flings the cake out of his mum's hand. It's a massive difference to what we used to be like. It's just amazing to me, and that was pretty much all I just wanted to say. I mean, I just wanted to say that I noticed that, and I want to know your opinion. I want to know your opinion in the comments. So if any of you that are watching this, if any of you do watch it and have an opinion on this, if you would leave an opinion, I will reply and we can talk about that, because I think this is a really, really good thing to talk about, because there's been a massive leap, and I personally just think that is amazing. So as always, guys, I hope you have a really nice day today. Stay safe out there, and ta-ta.